everybody, my name is Suk. Welcome to Lead Guitar Workshop, and I wanted to talk to you about my looper board. I've got a lot of questions about this. I've used it for years. It's been evolving and moving around and stuff like that. But I want to just talk quickly about what I was just doing and what I used to get there. So first of all is the Godin X. This is my XtSA electric, and it has a couple of amazing features in it. First, it's kind of like 3 guitars in one, and you can see down here, there's 3 inputs that it can use. I use the 13 pin, which I'll explain where that's going. You also have a complete electric out, which means your pickups have a complete separate path. Although I am using the pickups through the 13 pin cable as well. That's one of the cool parts about this. And there's also an acoustic output that goes to these piezo pickups. So in this particular Godin, they have this particular one has the RMC pickups down here. And that's what translates everything into MIDI and or the acoustic piezo. And then of course my regular pickups go out from there. So down looking at the board, I have my signal is going into the the GP10. And this does all of my sounds. So right now it's just set to my clean guitar tone. And those are like old Boss GT, I think 100 whatever amp modules in here. The MIDI pickup allows me to do modeling of instruments. So I can get a bass sound. Very cool sound. I can go down, I'll have an acoustic guitar. I also use, it has a Martin. It's a little warmer sounding. Even has like a nylon string. That's really kind of cool. There's some other sounds in here as well, but I use mostly the bass and electric guitar and acoustic guitars for my sounds. And that's the roll, and that's all the sound is generated from there. From there, it comes out of the GP10, the Boss, the guitar unit, and goes into my Boomerang sampler here. I've gone through many loopers over the years. Boomerang's been a great one. It sounds great. That's one of the main things I love about the Boomerang is it sounds so clear and honest. A lot of other pedals, when they record you and play back, it has kind of a digital sheen to the sound a little bit. And this one just sounds very clean. I use it, for right now I have it as 3 separate tracks, and this bonus button here does other undos and erases and stuff like that. So if you notice, if I hit this, it'll set them all to, I can delete them. Oops, I should have blinked that, and it deletes that one. And then this all is synchronized, so I have a MIDI cable connecting the Boomerang to my Beat Buddy. So the Beat Buddy does the drums, and the Beat Buddy is one of my coolest things. I love the Beat Buddy from Singular Sound. I've had this since they first came out. They had a Start Me Up or a GoFundMe, whatever they are, and it was probably about 10 years ago, and I just loved the idea of this. It's got a lot of great sounding kits to come with it. You can expand it and stuff like that. The thing I love about it is that not only does it synchronize with the Boomerang, so your loops and drums are always connected. The other cool thing is that the Beat Buddy you can set up, it's very customizable in a lot of different ways. You can set up the tempo, the intros, outros, fills, and it's all in real time. So let me show you how cool this can be when I do different things with it. Also, I have the Beat Buddy extension sidecar. I use it for 2 different functions. When it's stopped, it scrolls. So if I clicked on it, it would go to the next song in here. So if I ever do a set with, and I have it pre-written out and pre-figured out all ahead of time, I'll have all the songs lined up and just keep clicking one to the next and just move right through them. And the other side is tap tempo, and I use this one when I teach. If I have just a metronome, which they have in Beat Buddy, I'll just tap tempo before my exercise, whatever, with my student, and we'll go from there. It's then also set up to be when playback, it's pause for everything. So it can pause the entire loop rig, which is really cool. It's controlling the Boomerang. And then I also have an accent, which is a cymbal. So let me start up another groove again and show you kind of what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna pick G to C to loop this. So what I would do is I go to my bass, I'll hit the intro, then I practice the chords. then I'll hit the loop. Hit it again, and now it's looping. So now I can change instruments, whatever, but let me show you the beat buddy for a second. I can hit this, and there's fill 1 of 3. I have 3 fills in there, and it keeps kind of rotating through them. The cool thing is, no matter where you start it'll do whatever amount of fill is left in the bar. So if I do the whole bar, I get the whole bar of fill. But if I just do it, say on beat 3 or something, 2, 3, I just get a 2-beat fill. So it's very natural and flexible. You don't hear it as static, kind of like things popping in and out like that. All right, so if I go now, I had an acoustic earlier. Let me use the Martin sound. So I'll play that for a second just to get comfortable. And then I'll add that to loop 2. So I just stayed on the Martin sound. So then here, I mentioned earlier, I can just pause if I wanted to do a break. Right, and then it goes right back into it. It's kind of cool. This is the accent. You can do some crashes. Tell a bad joke at a bar or something like that, you need a punchline. So then when I hit this, it'll double hit it, it'll hit the loop, the outro fill, and then finish the whole thing. And then if I'm playing, I normally would hit that last chord just to let it overlap. The other thing that the Boomerang can do, which is kind of neat, is it operates in serial or parallel mode. So if I flip it back here, you'll see it changes down at the bottom there. And now what this was, before I was able to stack within the same chord progression. You would use that previous thing I just did in terms if you were doing a blues and you're playing the same 12 bars over and over. Then that way you can take in and out extra guitars or maybe the bass or something. Songs like Little Wing or Tom Petty songs like Free Fallin' that are really the same thing just over and over that you need to layer and embellish and take away and do stuff with. In the other mode is when you can set up parts. I will do A minor for the first loop, and I'll do maybe F for the second loop. And then I'll show you how you can switch back and forth between them, which is also one of the other cool parts about loopers that have multiple tracks to do both of these styles of playing, of serial and parallel. So let me start the drums again. And I can cue the next section right up from here. And now I get 2 parts. So I'm gonna go back to the first one. Then I can cue the next section. Let's do that again. Go back to the A section. You can even use both. So if you do a break and the cymbal hit, pretty cool, right? All right. Well, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of my looping board. I'm going to be probably upgrading this and evolving it as it always has. Like I said, I may check out that Arrows looper. I'd love to check that. And I'm even thinking about upgrading to the Boss SY1000. That has a lot more sounds. It's the big brother to the GP10 here. You can do up to 4 instruments and a lot more. You can even separate the strings to do bass on these 2 strings and guitar on that. And that could really open up live looping stuff with from there. All right, again, my name is Suk, Lead Guitar Workshop. Thank you guys so much. Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Go to leadguitarworkshop.com. You can sign up on our mailing list. Look out for stuff coming. We do lessons, we have books, and we're here to help you play. I love to play guitar, and I love to teach, and I want to help you guys out. All right, man, well, have fun, and go out there and loop away.